The village of Ossining is building on its success. We have identified a dozen shovel-ready projects that will benefit from DRI funding. This one-time gritty prison town has come a long way, and we're looking ahead with optimism and energy. Once just another left-behind Main Street, our historic downtown district has become a hub of entrepreneurial energy. In the past decade, an award-winning coffee shop, highly rated restaurants, a high-end salon, a toy store, home store, and soon a bookstore have opened their doors.
Ossining was sleeping for many, many years, and that is a huge wake-up. Not only with the people that are moving in, there is a huge young crowd moving in that love small shops, and they love the downtown, the small village.
With more than 27,000 residents, the village of Ossining is the 10th most populous municipality in Westchester County. It is also among the most racially diverse. Our immigrant populations bring energy and enterprise, further fueling Ossining's economic growth.
El pueblo de Ossining me ha ayudado a mí en mucho. Una, la comunidad es muy linda, ¿verdad? En todo sentido, todo, no color, blanco, moreno, hispano, todo. Es el pueblo que es la comunidad grande y hay mucha ayuda. Entonces eso le ayuda a uno para salir adelante y darse a conocer, ¿me entiendes? Con la ayuda de usted.
I chose Ossining because of the diverse community that's here. I think it was an untapped market that people would be coming here and finding that Ossining is a space that is just ready for growth.
The village is currently focused on the redevelopment and adaptive reuse of underutilized and vacant properties in the downtown Waterfront district. One of them is 200 Main. This magnificent and long vacant Beaux-Arts Bank building stands at the very top of Main Street. A village-owned property, it is being remediated with a grant from New York State's Main Street program. With additional funding, we will finally restore and sell this historic property, returning it to the tax rolls while creating jobs and a vital marquee gateway to our downtown. We will also improve the main downtown intersection, whose five-corner configuration dates to the early 19th century. It will become more attractive and pedestrian-friendly with safety upgrades, ADA accessibility, and new signaling. In the 1970s, urban renewal claimed the south side of Main Street. The properties remain in village hands as surface parking. It is high time we redeveloped Market Square and made our downtown whole again. An RFP is in the works for these two centrally located and desirable properties. We envision a mixed-use development that will fuel Ossining's entrepreneurial movement and remain a home for our beloved farmers market, a gathering place for 20 years.
We have a very aspirational community, which means that it's going to invest in itself. And the people of Ossining are investing in Ossining, and they do that with a passion.
During these past 2 years of unprecedented challenges, Ossining residents pulled together to support local businesses and each other.
So I opened Penny and Ting 3.5 years ago. It wasn't like a Toys R Us toy store. It needed the right vibe, it needed the right building, and it needed the right community to support it. And I really, really lucked out. And even during the pandemic, this town rallied. They chose to shop here instead of Amazon, instead of Target, instead of Walmart. And that makes all the difference in the world.
Hop on down to the market on a Saturday after walking the dog and get my shopping done, get some coffee at the coffee shop, walk back to the house. We do make it a family activity every Saturday. It's an opportunity for us all to spend some time together.
Healthcare is an emerging growth area for jobs in Ossining. With approximately 250 employees, Open Door Family Medical Centers, Ossining's largest nonprofit, is headquartered here in the downtown Waterfront district. Open Door recently invested $5.1 million in a second building and will use $20 million of public and private funding for the build-out. During COVID, the digital divide became clearer than ever. DRI funding will close the technology gap through the downtown and waterfront neighborhoods and ensure that public gathering spaces have consistent and reliable public Wi-Fi. One of Ossining's greatest assets is its picturesque location on the banks of the Hudson, just south of Haverstraw Bay, the river's widest point. In its post-industrial life, the Ossining waterfront is our most popular recreational area. Recent upgrades to waterfront parks and trails and the newly developed Harbor Square have greatly enhanced and increased public access to the river. A new ice cream stand doesn't hurt either.
Great music down here in the summer, food trucks, it really brings the community together. So since we opened, 2 years ago, we've had quite a few people call and even ask if they could dock their boat to come have dinner at the restaurant or go to the playground or have an ice cream. And so there is definitely a need and a want for people to travel over here from Croton, from across the river, to come and enjoy the waterfront of Ossining.
With design document preparation already funded by a DEC grant, DRI funds will allow us to quickly implement the construction of a pier extension at Henry Gourdine Park. MTA ferry access to and from the village of Haverstraw will continue and strengthen the connection between these two Hudson River villages. A few hundred yards downriver, Sing Sing Correctional Facility has been a fixture in Ossining since 1825. Today, it is the most progressive institution in New York State corrections. Under the leadership of renowned museum consultant Brent D. Glass, the planned Sing Sing Prison Museum has so far garnered $5 million in grants and donations.
This project will transform Ossining's identity from a place associated with incarceration to a place associated with criminal justice reform. The museum, not by itself, but with its partners, will be a catalyst for changing that identity.
Housing justice also matters. At a DPW site on the Sing Sing Kill, 109 units of affordable housing will rise. Already underway with Wilder Balter Partners, the Station Plaza development will transform a village-owned brownfield site into a mixed-use, mixed-income development and complete the Sing Sing Kill Greenway. This project will secure affordability and inclusiveness in a neighborhood undergoing redevelopment, while its retail space will provide jobs. DRI funds will allow us to add public art and history exhibits along the Greenway and Linear Park, creating a one-of-a-kind nature walk that connects the waterfront and the downtown.
There's this impetus to get things done in Ossining. They're ready-to-go projects that are really going to change the face and feel of the village. It's going to carry everyone with them. And I think there are developments for all sorts of different people who are going to live here, work here, and visit here. It's really just so exciting. There's so much ready to go.
A stone's throw from our historic and singular Double Arch Bridge and Aqueduct Promenade, the Joseph G. Caputo Community Center provides recreational programming for children, teens, and adults at all income levels. In 2021, it became home to the first youth bureau to open in Westchester County in nearly 30 years. The village is in the process of transforming the Caputo Center into a state-of-the-art facility for innovative programming. DRI funds will help transform this dated building into dynamic, flexible, and life-changing spaces.
The goal of the youth bureau is to bring everyone together to support youth in the community. One of the things that the kids have brought up is a space where they can go and have different opportunities. A lot of kids are into technology. How do we engage them in that way? But again, you need a space that is transformable.
From Main Street to the waterfront to the community center, the Village of Ossining has carefully and strategically planned its downtown waterfront revitalization projects, all designed to create an even better tomorrow for the people who call our village home.
We hope you've enjoyed this visual tour of Ossining's remarkable and unique downtown waterfront district. Over the past few years, we've done the work, we've done the planning, and we've gotten our community's enthusiastic support. We have the leadership, the commitment, the strong village management, and the bench strength to get the job done. We're ready to go. In fact, we're already going.